I think I have the nuts again, by the way. Like, for better or worse, this is, to me, like, the nuts. So, this guy jams, like, we're going to call. If he's aces, like, we lose. Okay. Let's hold. Come on. I think it makes sense to make it smaller than what I did, though, so. Obviously, we're not fully in his hand, so. It's not really much of a decision maker there. It's just about whether or not I want to jam or something. And I think with the Queen of Hearts, you could definitely make a clean argument about jamming. But I think when he checks back the flop, his range is like underweight sets. So it's like, I mean, he can have tens, but it's like kind of tough when he checks back the flop to expect that he's got like a range that is capable. Like that, I think that most of the bet size that's like a value bet in that situation is like either a set or a flush, like aces up or something. Like, I think when hearts fill, it's unlikely he's value betting like one pair ace X. So I don't think there's just like not that much. It's like two pair or better there, right? So he could have king 10, and I think I do think he'd bet again. Like he could have king 10, ace 10, tens, obviously. I think at the end of this month, I haven't missed a stream. Like I haven't missed a Sunday stream ever since I started streaming. I started streaming in September of last year, and I haven't missed a Sunday. I'm pretty sure that there hasn't been one. So I might be wrong about that. Like it's totally possible. I don't like my memory is not that good, but I don't recall ever missing a Sunday stream. So, but I think at the end of this month, I'm going to transition to I think starting in October, potentially starting September 27th. Depends on some of the main events that are running, some of the big tournaments. But I think at the end of this month, certainly towards the end of this month, so for the next, after the next 2 or 3 weeks for sure, I'm going to be transitioning to playing a lot more hypers, I think. And I'll probably be doing a lot more weekday streams as a result of that, and I might be skipping some of my Sunday streams, just so everyone knows. So that's going to be planned. So for people that really like the Sunday stream, I appreciate it. But I'm going to be giving hypers, I think, a lot more on Party Poker. A lot more attention. And that's going to mean studying that format a lot more for at least a little while. I just want to see what's possible in terms of economics for myself, obviously. Like, that's what this is about. So, like, hopefully I'm entertaining or whatever. You guys are getting something out of it and all of that. But also, obviously, like, I've got to make money. And I just want to see like if I'm making a mistake by not playing hypers. And I don't really want to see if I'm making that mistake, you know, when there's all these great, you know, $10 million guaranteed tournaments running like this one. Small blind versus button, 6 big blinds, 10 left, or sorry, 10 cash, 16 left. It's a big pot. It's important. Obviously, this player can easily have a 5 or 4 or 3 or a deuce in his hand. You can have 2 of those cards. You can also have kings, but it's easy for this player to be jamming like an ace-5 or an ace-4. Obviously, an ace-queen is not what we were hoping for. It's old. Oh, it's a good river. It's a good river. It's a good river. I think very standard jam by me, by the way. I don't think this is like super... If I get called by aces, it sucks, but like it seems fine. Okay, we're making money, whether this player had doubled up or not. So it was kind of like shoving the button in that regard. Like as long as everybody else folds, I was going to make money, but we do win the pot, which is great. That sucks. It would have been nice if one of these guys would have manned up and like, you know, run it with ace-7 against ATC, but I think Diego's going to have to do it. Don't walk him, Diego. Don't. Oh my god, Diego. Oh my god. You have to run it sometimes. You have to run it. Like, we're going to call for 12,000 against Tedeschi. Like, if Tedeschi thinks that Tedeschi's got a bunch of fold equity or something. You don't, Tedeschi. I have no idea if that's like total incineration. Could be. Obviously, I don't expect the range to be like ace king suited plus. Like I expect it to be wider than that. All right, we actually got the seat there. Jackson to 7-4 of clubs. There you go. Won a 10K ticket, ladies and gentlemen. I thought about calling here, which I think is like kind of viable, but. I guess this player can have ace. I'm sorry, can have pocket nines. Would suck. But we're going for it, obviously. Feels more like pocket nines when I get shoved on, but I mean, I guess not really. But whatever, doesn't really matter. I don't really expect to lose that hand in that situation. Like I don't expect to see that hand there much at all, really. Like I'd expect that hand to mostly back raise. It sucks when that happens. Don't really expect to lose that hand. Yeah, like at all against the button. Button flats, ace king suited, 100 big blinds deep, which is like that's pretty defensible. I think like that seems fine. But when I squeeze and then Dan Shack calls, like not back raising seems. All right, we're hoping to punch it through again. Not hoping to get called. 10 big blinds, pocket fours. Ladies and gents, we are ripping it. And hoping not to get called. Hoping a lot not to get called. Hoping not to get called. Really hoping not to get called. Really would like to not get called, guys. Vicent. Okay, hoping to win a flip. Not a good start. Not a good turn. Okay. Guess we're playing again. 8-7 off. It's a good flop for 8-7 off. So we're gonna raise. Fade. Oh my god. Running a little bad in this 10K. Running a little bad. Getting in with the nuts, with the diamond blocker. I think I have the nuts again, by the way. Like, for better or worse, this is to me like the nuts. So, this guy jams, like we're gonna call. If he's aces, like we lose. Okay. Let's hold. Come on. There we go. Back in it. No more bitching. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. It's good to be on the right side of a cooler. Obviously, that guy does nothing wrong in that situation. That guy does nothing wrong. Of course, we would have had 300K if we would have held against Iverson, but you know, maybe a little bit of bitch. I said no more, but I lied. I said no more, but I lied. This is thin. I'm aware it's thin though. I just did it anyways. Yeah. It might have been too thin. I mean, like, it might have been too thin. I kind of think that, like, and like, good job, Bruno, for keeping your range the way that you did. Okay, small chance you run it here. If it folds to us, we're calling, obviously. I mean, I guess there's no call. He's got half a big blind. It's a good turn. Gonna put out the bet after having checked back the flop. King, queen, and king 10. Fade the 10. Let's go. Let's hold. One more card. No chops either. Boom. There we go. So check call flop. Sorry. Check flop. So this player 3X is pre. Check flop. Check calls turn. Checks river. Okay, guys, what's going on? I am going to keep this one quick. We have got basically part 2 to the introduction to quantitative strategies. We have got implementing quantitative strategies on BBZPoker.com. This video is going to be a game changer for most people. It's going to help you to learn where you're overfolding flops versus bets, so where you're currently being exploited. It's also going to give you where you can exploit your opponents, where they are most likely overfolding versus bets, and it's going to teach you how to deal with those issues. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Head on over to bbzpoker.com and get this new must-have $14 video right now. Got the ladies. Dim Spirit, poker's not rigged. Don't know what to tell you. It's just negative variance, man. You're just running bad. Based on your experience playing in casinos or something. But the game's not rigged. Not at all. Ridiculous thing to say that as I play, but, you know, just let you know, it's not. Okay, we get jammed on with the queens. Here we go. This is for a big stack, ladies and gentlemen. Big stack. Here we go. We're going to have the best hand, like always. So, let's fade. Fade to 7. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes, we do. That's a big stack now. That's a big stack. Oh, yeah, we do. Yep. Pretty good. Like, even at the stake that I play, right? If we just take a look at this game, this is the 5K. And this isn't, by all means, like the lowest stakes tournament that I would have loaded today. But there are 202 players in this game. So, like, if one of them is doing something, it sucks. You know, no, I'm not happy about it. I don't want someone to be doing something. I do think this hand's, like, close between, like... I think this hand's close between... 3-betting and flatting before the flop. This sucks. I have to call it off, though. There are variations that can fold this flop, but this isn't one of them. So, like, variations of my hand, but this isn't one of them. This variation of my hand has to call. It's nice to suck out, though. So Sam opens. I flat the button with ace-10 suited. Three-bet doesn't work. We get 4-bet jammed on. I expect this to be jacks a lot. I didn't expect it to be sixes. I expect it to be jacks a lot, and then like some flush draws. And some bluffs. That sucks. I'm gonna have to look that one up later. And at Michael, sorry, you had 3 questions right. Province on a monthly basis, yearly basis. Does it change if you win too much? I don't even know like how to answer that part of it. So I didn't, but yeah, I'll address it like that. And then small downswings don't matter. Big downswings don't matter that much either. I mean, like, poker swings. It's fine. Shit happens. I had 70 of diamonds here. I folded with 15 bigs. I don't know, like this seems really close with 11.5 bigs. Obviously, like we're just closing our eyes and praying we don't run into 8s, which is like never fun, but I'm also in dead last place and need chips, and I have 11.5 bigs. I'm pretty sure this is profitable. But it's very close, I think. Starting to get quite close at this stack depth. So we have ace queen over here. Oh, Dan Shack is left. Hopefully we get some hero call from something that we beat. That would have been kind of sweet. Okay, so we have ace queen suited over here, which is nice. Good pickup with that hand, with that stack size. I'll raise sometimes. Gotta win a flip. Gotta want to flip. There we go. It's hold. There we go. Back in it. Ace queen over here. We bet the river. I didn't see what happened because I was paying attention to my flip. Let me see. We see a hand go face up. We do not, so we folded. Okay, back in this 5K. Good luck us, obviously. Ace queen's not a part of how we fold in this situation. Didn't assume that I had fold equity for 900,000 more, so. And I didn't have fold equity. Needed, oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I was like, I need it. No, I don't. I'm dead. So we had a good run. I mean, like, I think I got it in pretty good most of the time, and it didn't work out. Happens. And I'm gonna jam this flop. I think I could be convinced that this isn't the right hand for it. That I'm supposed to use something else, but I am gonna jam this hand. Everything this is pretty good. It might be pure. I'm gonna be kind of annoyed if it's pure. I kind of feel like as soon as I pressed the call button, I was kind of like, eh, it's pure. I think it might be pure. I know I'm 3-betting here a lot, so I called on purpose because like I think I need to call sometimes, and then as soon as I press the call button, I'm like, eh, maybe I'm supposed to call never. This is a really standard spot too. Like I should know the answer. I'm just spacing. Happens sometimes. But I like occasionally flicking cash games. I have a lot of like business stuff going on, right? Like that's what's like mostly happening. What mostly takes place with BBZ is, or with me, is like mostly I had retired from playing a year ago. Or not a year ago. Sorry, I was retired from playing a year ago. I retired when I stopped grinding out 6-max hypers. And I was just studying the game, staying ahead of the curve, trying to figure shit out to help my team. This fucking thing keeps beeping. It's annoying, to be honest. Might have to take this heart rate monitor off, ladies and gentlemen. This is an interesting spot. I think this player has kings a lot. It's possible this player has ace-8, but it just feels like pocket kings all the time. I felt like pocket kings would reopen if I checked, so I checked. That was a big part of my check. I mean, I checked for a lot of reasons, but that was one of the reasons why I checked. I felt like that range was like overweight kings probably. Pretty standard spot to 3-bet. Obviously, like I'm gonna pull the graphs up when this is over. No point in doing it now. Pretty standard spot to c-bet. I think checking this hand is reasonable. Obviously, you're gonna check here fairly often, but I don't think you want to check here always. It's a pretty trivial fold. Sucks. Well, it's a pretty good flop. This is gonna be a spot where I'm coming at this guy pretty hard. Like this is gonna be a spot where I bluff fairly aggressively. Like I say fairly, but I'm gonna be bluffing like super aggressively. So not like the best river for bluffing. Obviously, it gets harder. My hand still only has one answer. I'm not up against boats very often. I'm not up against boats never, but I'm not up against them very often. So, like, you know, like in that sense, like there's Phil. He had a lot of integrity and was like very, but I wasn't ever like really close with any one player. And I feel like Phil was playing PLO and I was playing no limit hold'em tournaments. Sorry, sit and goes. But I expect this to be like queens and jacks like a lot, but I expect it to be bluffs sometimes as well, and I don't think it's hand. I expect it to be king jack a lot as well. King 9 suited, king 8 suited a lot. But I do still think that this is going to be a bluff sometimes. I think it can be like king. I think it can be like queen 10. I think it can be ace 10. Fuck me. I'm not even kidding. When I play a high stakes game, this is the only time. I think this is like one of the first times that one of these situations went 5 ways for me. Unfortunately, this hand doesn't get to fold. Usually this hand's like right at the point where it sucks to call, but it does have to call. Okay, got a flip. It's a bad start. Jeez. Okay, so I thought I played well. I had a good day. I'm not like super disappointed with anything. Thanks very much for watching, guys. You know, a bunch of you turned up today, so always good. And look forward to seeing you in the future. You can expect to see more streams from me this week with a focus probably on 6max hypers. So, all right, guys, I'll be back soon, and good luck to everyone. Bye-bye.